I thought I was doing an intro class, but I'm actually doing like an upper level course where they really talk about like auditions and seriously auditioning for stuff. So that's exciting. I have no idea what to expect. She said they're very opinionated. I'm not, so this is going to be fun. Throughout my time as an education minor, I have learned that diversity is important to address for a number of reasons. It educates the other students in the classroom and lets the students express themselves in a new way. My students were incredibly diverse, culturally, racially, and economically. I learned from my teacher to give students the opportunity to use monologues or characters as a way to work through issues with any kind of diversity. Because I was mainly working with the play, I was unable to explore that. Though we talked and learned about diversity, I would want to ask and learn from fellow theater teachers about how to better work diversity into a theater classroom.
Oprah, put it down! Put it down! I'm sorry,
Part of what was lacking in my teaching these students was that I hadn't taken an acting course. Most of what I was teaching was character building and worksheet based. I was at a loss for things that involved moving around, like blocking, character movements, or small stage fight work. I wanted to give students things they could use as an actor to help build a character or tips to use for lines, but I wasn't able to. In the future, I would love to work more with different types of lesson plans and speak with other teachers about lesson plans and ways to keep up to date in the theater world. Communication is very important in a classroom, not only in explaining the assignment, but in creating relationships with the students. I was able to talk to several students quite a few times, and those students became more comfortable with me and would end up doing more work for me. Not only that, but those students were more likely to come to me if they needed something or if they were worried. I need to work on talking to people and being better at it. I am a teacher. I need to figure out a way to not be so introverted all the time. I think that's something I would really need to work on, as I've seen what good communication looks like and can bring into a classroom. Technology has earned its place in the classroom. Teachers can use flipped lessons, upload homework to pages like Moodle, and even help students let out energy using GoNoodle. Before, I would have thought you couldn't do a whole lot with technology in a theater classroom, but I've seen a lot of different ways to use technology and different types of technology that I think can work. I would have loved to assign a group project using things like Google Drive, the iPad cameras, and a movie editing software to create a short film, or even figure out a way to use GoNoodle in a higher level course. I especially want to teach all of my students how to use a soundboard and program a light board.
For the child's life.
I'm afraid for her life.
Do you sport?
I love that you got that on video. We're going.
All right, ready, steady, and...
I wasn't surprised that I learned quite a bit about myself. I learned that I could think on my feet and create cool lesson plans, but I need to work on student control and discipline. I need to use more love and logic, subtle looks, or standing closer to a student, rather than the harsh tone I was prone to using. And, of course, being more extroverted. I will not be continuing on in the teacher program. It wasn't anything the kids did. They were great kids, and I loved working with them, but they loved to mess around, get off track, and be loud. It was a high school theater class, which are the most rowdy classrooms, so I don't know why I was surprised. Despite all that, they were great kids, and they never failed to make me laugh.
No!
I'm a big body, I don't swerve!
He doesn't swerve, he shifts, he's like...
Yeah, I just went...